E aí, rapaziada, beleza? Vamos para nossa live 17 aqui do Final Fantasy 16. Estamos aqui no deserto de Velcroy. É o lugar onde a gente segue aqui o modo história, mas também tem uma missão secundária para a gente fazer, que é uma das caçadas do Mowgli. Eu não sei bem se está aqui, a gente está procurando na verdade onde está a tal da caçada. Estamos vasculhando. Vamos ver se é por aqui. Então vamos aí continuar o nosso capítulo 17. Continuar no capítulo 17, né? Não dá pra ver quase nada que tá aqui. Mas vamos lá. Saber se essa nova caçada está por aqui ou não. Já foi. Opa, tem mais. Ah, o bicho caiu bem em cima da pedra, velho. Tá de brincadeira, viu? Colocar de volta o meu ataque. Esse aqui. Não sei bem se tá aqui não, hein? O que é isso? Alguma cabana? Mas vamos ver, né? Quem sabe eu não tenho sorte e acho ele aqui. Rapaz, pode ser ele, hein? Não, nele não. Isso é uma salamandra. Nossa. Tomei uns danos nervosos, hein? Rapaz, tive que usar todo o meu arsenal, hein? E ele tá protegendo aí esse tal do cronolito. Ainda não sei como ativar esse negócio, mas eu acredito que logo logo a gente vai descobrir. Tomei uns danozinho cabuloso, pra variar. Vamos sair daqui desse lugar. Que eu acho que já deu o que tinha aqui já, né? Chamar aqui o nosso chocobô. Vasculhar aqui o restante do deserto. Por aqui? Isso. Oh, caramba, não é por aqui não, velho. Por aqui, rapaz, ó. Essas ruínas. Acho que não dá pra ir por aqui com ele. A gente vai na sola mesmo? construções em ruínas aqui, até que é um cenário bonito de ver. Não de ver desgraça, né? Mas o jeito que foi desenvolvido o cenário aqui ficou legal pra caramba. Bom, tem esse caminho que eu quero arriscar, depois aquele lá embaixo. Preciso achar esse inimigo aí da caçada. Tem alguns escorpiões, quase level 30, outros chocobos. Dá um pouquinho de experiência, mas não que eu quero ainda. Queria alguns inimigos mais fortes. Vamos pegar isso aqui? Vamos, poção. Lobo sanguinário. Uma batalhazinha marota.
Have you lost your way already, my boy? The ruins mark the road to the inn.
Calma aí, tio. Tá procurando o monstro da caçada. Já já a gente volta pro caminho certo. Vou pegar aqui uma seda de aço. Opa!
Be safe.
Seria isso aqui, né? Olha aí, ó. Acho Fatistocalon. É uma tartaruga gigante.
Well, Clive.
Canhão de água, velho. Tá no escorpião? Toma essa. Meu Deus, cara. O dano foi grande, hein? Quase. Que isso, velho? Caraca, mano. Pegou o bagulho. Toma essa. Caramba, bicho. Isso é chato, hein? Toma essa. Agora já é. Ameaça notória derrotada. Uma experiênciazinha razoável, com certeza, ponto de habilidade bom. Caramba, 10.000. E pegamos 2 escarlatitas. E ainda aumentamos o renome. É. Então era aqui que estava você. Mais uma caçada concluída. Agora sim, podemos ir aqui. Tartarugazinha é difícil, hein? Fly Ambrosia. Esse tornadozinho no meio do maps. Deixa eu fazer logo isso antes que eu esqueça. Eu vou tirar esse daqui, viu? Acho que eu não gostei do para-raio, não. Tempestade? Boa. Bate-estaca. Vamos pro bate-estaca. E aí temos 300. Ainda tem que pegar esse daqui, ó. A esquiva, que é aqui então. Estamos desenvolvendo aos pouquinhos nossas habilidades. Para isso vai ter que pegar bastante pontos de habilidades. Tem que lutar só um pouquinho. Então vamos aí até o albergue de Dali 1000. Dali 10, Dali 100, Dali 1000. Então beleza, já que vocês querem lutar, meu. É os dois, saco. Acabou, né? Só foi. Ó, dá uma experiência boa e um ponto de habilidade bom também, viu? Acho que aqui é um bom lugar assim pra farmar no final das contas. Louco, mano, é um deserto aqui, é tipo uma aranha ali. Uma aranha não, porra. Como é que fala quando é no bagulho de deserto? Acho que é isso mesmo. A aranha só tem mulher. Ficou mais um. Acabou pra vocês.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Chegamos. Cenáriozinho legal, hein? Epa! O que tem de errado?
Look, there. Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it. And such a long ride from Stone here. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them?
E o tio dele vai com ele, né? E sim, hein? Se juntando aí.
Come play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Esse Torgo aí evoluiu agora, rapaz. Agora ele se transforma no ferreiro. Ó, agora virou Assassin's Creed. Tipo, né? Parecendo, hein, velho? Deu aquela olhada pra ver os manos que tá aí. Essa roupa aí nem chama atenção.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
Tem coisa errada, hein? Opa, acho que é o irmão dele tá aí. Ah, por isso que tava aqueles 2 chocobo preto, hein? A família tá pertinho, não tá sabendo. O irmão dele aí quase morrendo porque tá segurando
It is plain
o
you are
último.
not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. You must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
É, vai trombar o Clive lá embaixo. Só que eu acho que o Clive não viu ela ainda. Ele falou o nome dela, eu acabei esquecendo aí o Joshua. Acabou soltando o nome dela uma hora lá. Acho que no vídeo passado. Essa mina aí tem um mistério interessante. Logo logo a gente vai saber. Acredito que tá chegando a hora. Sempre anda aí com o irmão do Clive. É, uma cervejinha, viu? Copinho pequeno, rapaz.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand. I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way?
The
just
Lord
to see
Commander.
that blockhead skin. I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Falou alto demais, hein, cara.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you.
Você disse em culpa, cara?
Uncle? Sorry.
Quer mesmo lutar, companheiro? Já vazou.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
Será que ela conhece o irmão dele também? Não
You
tô
are
lembrado.
travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads. But we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two. Friend.
Meu Deus, hein? Essa sopa de chocoboi ficou na barba, velho.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Friend. Stay back, Uncle. Gladly.
Aí come, hein? É isso.
Try it.
Já toma aí. Todo mundo vivo? Todo mundo morto. Mais um dinheirinho pra coleção. Couro ensanguentado. O que você viu? Só pra vender. Eu acho. Ainda tem uma merreca ainda. Beleza pura. Acho que acabou. O cara tem pouco dinheiro, hein?
That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Acho que ela já sabe quem é. Olha essa água, bicho.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Você tá quase morrendo, pô. Não vai aguentar até o final do jogo, não. Ainda mais que ele tá segurando o último do corpo dele. Tá ferrado, hein, nego? Olha a bagunça que fez no... Opa. O que é isso? A pena. Outro, ele já sabe, tá por aí. Acho que ele vai sacar daqueles dois chocobos que tava lá fora. Encontrou, já foi. Que família, hein, cara? Cenourinha, tinha acabado de comer.
What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Tá por aí, mano. Não saiu muito tempo, não.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
Vá para a presa do Draco. A composição do grupo mudou.
We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Ok. Nossa, dá pra explorar esse mapa aqui todo, hein? Ah, a gente já pode vir pra cá de volta? Então deixa eu ir aqui rapidinho. Estamos aqui. Só pra ver o negócio. Apareceu mais alguma coisa? Nada. Pensei que talvez tivesse aparecido mais alguma missão. Acho que quando der 350 de renome a gente consegue mais alguns itens, hein? Beleza, vamos embora. Então temos que chegar onde? Aqui.
The finest fabric!
The most fragrant herbs and
Needed to a silk softness, like eating a cloud with a close.
Olha essa água, velho. Me lembra um pouco as águas que tinha no Chrono Cross. Claro, com um gráfico bem inferior a este, mas era assim, meio esverdeado. Epa! Vou ter que lutar de novo?
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamel is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Looks like we won't be getting back to drinks.
Belezura.
Good day, my lord.
Deixa eu ver o que temos aqui. Saiote de caçador. Couro de platina. Aumenta a defesa, hein? Para-raios. Meteorito, rosa do deserto. E aí são as músicas. Tem que comprar depois até.
An excellent choice.
Acho que é isso, hein?
Thank you for your custom.
Light it for Gilbert's sake.
Baúzinho pra gente.
Anything I can help you with, Tablet? Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies.
Thank you. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know it?
No.
Well,
Comprar mais um.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
Oh, a woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil.
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town...
Oh, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the owner's only a young sprig. But he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say?
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be a influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Era pro cachorro ter ficado lá fora, né? Ele acabou aparecendo aqui, ó.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's anytime soon.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
Caramba, tem gelo aqui?
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a long-standing pillar of your community, I believe.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place. Try the baths. That's where you'll...
Thank you. Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furter knows.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your door.
Excuse me. Are you Furter?
I am.
I hope so. You've lived here for some time. Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a
And what business do you have with the...
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Do you think we can trust him?
O Cid só conheceu mulher de bordel, né?
I think he trusts us.
Danadinho esse Cid aí, viu?
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you'll like
Apanhar, filho, de novo? Você quer brigar, cara? Acabou. O cara solta um tornado em todo lugar, né? Pode estar até num lugar pequeno, o tornado rola solto.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Furter?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the men of the rock and collect the...
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make...
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Vamos lá, agora sim.
Light meat and dark, fresh from the grill.
My carpets.
Is this the place?
Lubo's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
O beijo de Uzi.
So it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle.
Tava animadinho, hein?
It must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means.
Tava animadinho o
I'd
tio
say
dele.
he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it. Sobor. Lord Furder told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine.
O que você quer, filho? Tem que enfrentar alguém?
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Yes, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle.
Seguir os cristais. Que missão é essa, velho? Vamos lá. Vamos ver aí quais são os problemas da localização. Opa.
Excuse me. Is it true there's...
You've heard, then?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thieves. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our cups and light our stoves. Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us these last few, and it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Whoever's taking them.
Será que são os marcados que estão fazendo isso? Eles que usam cristais, né?
Do you have a moment?
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages.
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang, for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned gil. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so?
Só falta mais um, vamos lá.
Take a sniff, good sir. Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me.
What can I do for you, soldier?
I'm not as...
Oh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have...
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. No, just leave, will you?
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
Carpets have pride of place.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you, the one who broke all our fern. What do you want? Haven't you caused it?
I'm looking for my pal.
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you.
Tá lá em cima fazendo o quê?
Let me treat you. I need a drink.
Caramba, e aí? Aqui.
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands.
That's one of the many treasures in my collection that I would be able...
All right. I'm sure that we can, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle?
Tô negociando com os caras, velho, pegar informação. Só não sei se é uma boa ideia. O bicho tem dinheiro pra caramba, né?
Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one, and I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by... I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden, but my uncharacteristic indiscretion. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd asked for more. A second-rate specimen like that, a small price to pay for admittance to the... But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did...
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spent. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoned.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be... It just goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosfield. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
Beleza, e agora? Ah, tá. Agora dá pra ir pro meio ali.
I trust I can count on your support if things turn sour.
Of course.
Vamos lá encontrar os soldados do deserto. Agora dá pra ir lá.
What was all that crashing and banging?
Acho que é por aqui, ó. Isso mesmo. Vamos lá. Sul do deserto. Derrotar ali aqueles chocobozinhos ali, tem 4. Vai dar uma boa experiência. Bons pontos de habilidade.
You deserve a rest.
Não pegou, velho? Oh, 28 só, não dá muito não. Deixa eu ver quanto que dá aquele lobo ali. Narque selvagem. Dá mais, hein? 86. Lobinho aí dá mais. Vamos encontrar os caras no deserto.
I'll take it from here.
Ah, eles vendem cristais ali.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem. My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
Toma essa. Poxa, até achou como preto. Acabou. Os noventinha de ponto de habilidade.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role.
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royal. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone... Until you two came along, that is.
E aí, podemos passar agora, filho?
Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon.
Acho que agora podemos passar. Seguir rumo ao Titã. Logo logo a gente vai enfrentar o bichão, hein?
It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of... And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your... you still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you...
Oh, dear. Was I really so off?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield,
No. Thank you very much, Greybeard.
Of all the...
Here, wear this.
Dá o ticket aí pra nós, vai. Rosa do Deserto. Selo obtido. Agora a gente pode passar de boa por aqui.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Beleza, temos um aliado.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold.
Beleza.
Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Muito obrigado, cara.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Agora podemos ir, né?
Let's go.
Opa, missão concluída. Só um momentinho que eu já volto. Ok, estamos aqui de volta. Antes da gente prosseguir, né? Deixa eu ir aqui no esconderijo rapidinho. Porque tem coisa nova aqui. E tem mesmo. E tem aqui também na mesa de leitura. Vamos ver. Na verdade tem aqui, né?
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Anything catch your eye?
Tem missões aqui, ó. Água quente e o corte preciso. As que estão lá.
Always something in there.
E aqui, falta quantos?
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back.
Ah, já abriu mais, ó. Caramba, ganhou 800 pontos de habilidade isso daqui, velho. Isso aqui também é interessante. Vamos lá.
All done?
O Moblin não tem nada, né? E tem alguma coisa ali no livro dele. Vamos lá ver.
Who's this blue?
Sid's going to find Cooker.
Veremos de quem é a carta. Reencontro. Peço perdão pelo ocorrido em Rosalite e temo pelo que poderia ter acontecido caso você, Gave e Torgal não tivessem lutado tão ferozmente. Uma vez mais, você esteve presente quando eu mais precisei e por isso tenho minha gratidão eterna. Ver a cidade que um dia chamei de lar se reduzida a chamas e cinzas inundou meu coração de tristeza, mas o tempo de pensar no passado ficou para trás. Precisamos nos concentrar no aqui e agora. Nossas memórias estarão esperando por nós quando tudo isso acabar. Jill. Uma aliança desértica. O cara mandou já, né? Segundo Cid. Espero que você me perdoe por testar você e seu querido tio. Estou confiante de que um homem de sua estatura consegue entender a importância de conquistar a confiança do outro, ainda mais em tempos como esses. Fique registrado, porém, que você conquistou a mim. E garanto que perdê-la não será tarefa fácil. Por isso marque o início de uma relação proveitosa. Rosena. Então tem que ter 410 para ganhar o próximo prêmio, né? Então vamos aí para o mapa e voltar até aqui. Até o albergue da Limil.
This is no good. I was hoping to get out of the... Wait for a little while.
I've never even forged a butter knife before. Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I. Oh, wait. Are you Clive? Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. Whatever that's supposed to... I don't suppose you have any idea what he's on about, do you?
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask. It was that or Pac-Man.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So, where do we start?
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalamil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak to first? Well, there's plenty of folk in Dalamil who use knives for a living. There's the butcher, of course, and any number of cooks. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of their trade. All right. I think we have a plan. I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher, and anyone else you can think of.
All right. Good luck.
Let's hope that someone says something useful.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I'd better get to it.
Is it true what I hear?
The finest fabric!
Take a sniff, good sir. Fresh bread, born from the...
Welcome, sir. What can I do you for?
A question, if you don't mind. I need to know what makes a good carving knife.
You a blacksmith or something?
Something, I suppose.
Fair enough. Knives, is it? First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but sinew dulls cheap steel in no time. Give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block, and I'm a happy woman.
So a knife that stays sharp. Makes sense.
Lights and pots! Rolls and everything I've worked for. All those years of toil.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalamil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnov Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
All right. I'll go and take a look.
Wonderful. It's not far. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of sulphur will guide you the rest of the way. These baths are all that keep me from an ignoble end in a debtor's prison. My livelihood, my very life, is at stake.
Sweet inside. Ha! They've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
What is it? I'm in no mood for chatter.
Sorry. Do you mind if I ask your trade?
Hunter, why?
I have a question. Can you tell me what makes a good carving knife? I assume.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Times are hard enough as it is.
Thank you. I won't keep you any longer.
All business, eh? Man after my own heart.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Needed to a silken softness.
Yes, they're
My carpets have
Is it true what I'm hearing?
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his Dalamil remark. But that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with him. No. We must be missing something. Something right in front of our noses, most likely.
No doubt you're right, but I have to make a start soon. I can't put off making this knife forever.
Agreed. Lubor wouldn't like that much.
Right. I've been trained to work iron. The cheap stuff, mind. But it's hardy enough if you don't hammer it too thin, and it sharpens up nicely with a bit of effort. Trouble is, it's either durable or it's light. Meaning someone is going to be disappointed. Forge Master Lubor, probably.
Is there no one else you can turn to? Someone who knows their metals, perhaps?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. But maybe there is someone I could turn to. A merchant, a favourite of Forge Master Lubor's, who sells metals to tradesmen passing through the Valcroy. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
Good girl.
Vamos lá.
Run like the wind.
Fazer essas duas missões antes de prosseguir para a principal. Pega renomes, né, fazendo ela. Isso é importante, bastante importante. Ver quem é o vendedor de metais.
Lord Cook has finally made his move.
Be safe.
I expect that's why there's so many soldiers.
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
Well, I asked her, but... you tell him.
If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master like Lubor, there are options. They're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, never needing so much as a lick of the whetstone. But adamantite ore is unique to ash, so it doesn't come cheap.
And it's beyond my skill to handle.
Unique to ash.
Adamantita, esse é famoso, hein?
Something which could be mixed with iron to refine it. Make it lighter.
What are you getting at?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron. Then that's what he'll expect you to use. But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle, but a hint.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace to drive out impurities from low quality.
Bloody hell! That must be it! I don't suppose you know the trick, do you?
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough blacksmith.
Caramba, essa missão tem que valer a pena.
Learning to do. Clive, I hate to ask after all that you've done for me.
Limestone? Fine. Besides, I want to know if this is the answer to...
I can't thank you enough, Clive. You'll have no trouble finding limestone over in the terraces.
Then I suppose I'll meet you back at the forge.
Right you are. I'll see you. So, do you crush it up, or just...
Então, beleza. Tudo lá no sul. Que bom que eu comecei por essa aqui mesmo. Eu faço as duas agora. Deu trabalho, hein?
Is it true what I'm hearing?
The most fragrant herbs and fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Obtenha pedra calcária e investigue os terraços de 2-9. Portão sul agora está aberto. Obrigado aí, mano. Falou, filho. É pedra, mano, não é gelo não. Vamos lá. Aqui também é a missão principal, né? Então vai ter que falar. Vai passar essa ceninha aí.
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought.
Gostei da frase, hein? Vamos acabar com o Hugo, é o Titã.
Currently riddled with royalists. Tolmeki and Walud are allies, and as you've seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Pra cima do bonitão.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
Beleza. Lugarzinho até que bonito, hein?
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we?
Chegamos. Essas são as pedrinhas. Caldo nascente. Olha que água muito louca. Você tá maluco? A cor dessa água, velho. Beleza. Só entregar pro rapaz lá, mas primeiro vamos fazer mais uma missão. A missão da água quente.
What the hell are those things?
São as bombas, né? Tem que ir pelo outro lado. Eu achei que fosse gelo, é só um tipo de rocha mais clara. Né? E aí, aqui? Tem que descer mais. Acho que é aqui agora, hein? Agora vai. Rapaz, só queria tomar um banho, mano.
By the flames. That explains the heat. It's over.
Boa! Ô louco, tem mais uma. Caraca, bicho. Acabou. O nome desse bicho é como? Velho Fiel? Morreu, filho. Estamos quase fazendo mais 1000 de pontos de habilidade. Gostei disso, hein?
Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
Bom, agora é só voltar aqui, pegar nossas recompensas e ser feliz.
This is no good. I was hoping to get out.
I wasn't sure how much you'd need, but I hope this is enough.
Era só ter ido lá pegar, velho.
Oh, one of the good ones. You know, you and that merchant boat, she's got quite now. Time to see if Lime...
Isso aí.
A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalimil.
It's a fine-looking blade.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting...
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then. First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people? What do I? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll... It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves...
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but... Next question. How much do you think I would charge if...
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time...
I would say you could... And who would be able to pay? The butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalimil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava. Know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. But only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. What would you do if you were...
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
Muito bem. Mas conseguiu a tal da bigorna dele.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
Isso aí.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle that the spirit of Dalimil had nothing, meaning I had you.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters.
And when I do, I'll craft you the finest...
Maravilha, me dá recompensa aí, rapá. Essa missão demorou demais. Moeda de goblins para trocar. Agora pegar outra recompensa e seguir para a missão principal. Acredito que no próximo vídeo enfrentaremos o Titã.
I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this.
What? Not what I expected, that's for certain.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Here.
Muito bem, é isso que eu gosto. Pagamento.
Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck that...
Isso aí. 390, hein? Tá quase. Opa. O Alento do Inferno diminui o tempo de recarga. Muito bem. Vamos ver o que temos aqui de habilidade. Subir esses dois. Esquiva. E esse aqui foi pro máximo já, o braço letal. Esse aqui ainda não, hein? Sigamos para o sul, então? Sigamos.
We should get going soon.
Opa, antes disso...
I needed that.
Are you looking for something in particular?
Tequila? Eu quero.
My thanks.
Obrigado você.
Come on. Run like the wind.
Vamos aí com o nosso chocobô. Rumo à presa do Darko. Estamos chegando, hein? O Titã vai levar uma peia, rapaz. Só para largar de ser besta. Se envolveu com o cara errado, hein? A mandíbula. Esse celular, né? Que nome é esse? Pois bem, chegamos. Obelisco ativado, a mandíbula. E aí, o que nos aguarda aqui?
There it is. Drake's Fang.
Caraca, velho, que montanha é essa, bicho?
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert, you'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. can live and die on their own terms.
Acho que ele nem quer mais o reino, né? Ficou bem evidente. Talvez o Joshua.
Was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know. Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
Quero só saber quando é que o Torgal vai virar o Fenrir de novo.
I'm coming for you.
É bom que seu tio vá embora mesmo, porque essa luta aí promete. Chegamos, hein? Essa é a tal da mandíbula. E a presa do Draco. Deixa eu ver aqui antes. Não sei se eu explorei todo o mapa. Explorei sim. Acho que eu explorei sim. Agora vai mais longe, ó. Vai mais longe. Consegui deixar ela no leve mais alto. Agora a presa da garuda vai mais longe. Só ajuda na batalha, né? Olha aí. Bem longe. Maravilha, aqui não dá pra entrar ainda. Ali dava pra entrar, hein? E eu não vasculhei. Depois eu tenho que voltar lá. Pra vir aqui Via Titã e Rota Dourada e as planícies de Rimassov. Muito bem. Tá faltando pouquinho pra subir pro próximo level. Nada de aparecer pra mim como é que vira um Fenrir primeiro. Como é que vira um Fenrir. Caramba, hein? Isso aqui é o modo fotografia, dá pra tirar. Da hora, hein? Gostei disso. E... vou tirar esse aqui. colocar isso aqui um pouquinho. Fogo farto. Testar um pouco ele. Essas bolas de fogo ao redor. Para atingir os inimigos. Vamos aqui. Antes de nós prosseguirmos, tem algo novo? Ainda não. Nosso renome está aumentando. Quantos que é? 410? Isso, 410 para ganhar isso aqui, ó. 800 pontos de habilidade. Tá faltando 20 para isso. Muito bem. E assim encerro a live do capítulo 17. Lembrando que essas lives estão sendo repostadas lá no canal do YouTube. Pelo menos é desse jeito que eu estou fazendo a história aqui no Final Fantasy XVI. Valeu, até a próxima e fui!